Check-in, people, back again with another video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to change your engine oil and filter on a 2016 Toyota Camry. Let's get into it. The first thing I'll be doing before I jack the car up is make sure the emergency brake is fully depressed, like that. The second thing I'm gonna do is jack the car up. This is where I'm jacking it up from. I don't know if you guys could see it. Right there. That's a safe jacking point for you guys to jack the car up. So yeah. Once you're finished jacking up the car, you want to put jack stands underneath it. That's where I usually put them. I'm gonna put the other one on. Same thing. So now, as you can see, I have jack stands underneath it, under both sides. So now what I can do is release some pressure off of the jack. That way the car will be sitting a little bit on the jack stands. I usually leave 3 supports underneath it, just to be safe, but you don't have to. So I'm gonna leave the jack underneath it, and I'm gonna leave the jack stands underneath it. All right, as you can see, I just lowered it on the jack stands, but I'm still keeping the jack underneath it for extra support. All right, so when you come underneath, your oil filter, it's right here inside, and then your drain bolt is right there. You're gonna need a 14mm socket to break it loose. Like that. All right, once you break it loose, you want to make sure you have a drain pan. I have mine right here. As you can see, that's where the oil is gonna go. Be very careful when you're taking the bolt out, the drain bolt, because the oil, sometimes it comes out pretty fast and it'll make a mess, you know, especially on concrete. You don't want your engine oil getting on concrete. So I'm gonna slowly remove the bolt. And when you feel like it's gonna come out, you go like this. So now we're gonna let it sit, and we're gonna wait until all of the oil drains out. Open the oil cap like that, just to release any pressure that might be in the system. All right, as you guys can see, it's barely dripping right now. Majority of it is in the drain pan right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the bolt back into the hole and tighten it. If you have a crush washer, you could take the old one off of this right here. It's right here, the black thing, if you could see it. Okay, there we go. You could take this off, the black thing right here, and put a new washer on there. It's easy to come off, see? But that's if you have a crush washer. I do not have one today, so I'm gonna just reuse this one. So yeah. It's supposed to be tightened at 30 foot-pounds of torque. That's 40 Newton meters. But I'll be hand tightening it today since I don't have my torque wrench. I'll be tightening it by feel, snug but not over tightened, like that. That's all you need. Alright, the next thing we're gonna do is crack this little bolt right here for the oil filter. As you can see, I need 2 hands for this, so I can't record this part, but it's pretty much straightforward. There we go. You also want to make sure you put your oil on your drain pan underneath it, because it's going to get a little bit messy. So make sure your drain pan is underneath the filter or the filter housing. I'm going to take this off like that. Next, to remove the oil filter housing, you're going to need this cup style oil filter socket or an oil filter cap wrench. You will need 64 millimeter. I'm gonna attach a half inch drive breaker bar to it. It's difficult using one hand, but just like that. Then you're gonna come back underneath here and just shove it up on there. Make sure it's on there properly, and then you're gonna there we go. Anti-clockwise is the direction. You actually don't need to use a breaker bar. I used it because it's easier to crack it, but now I'm gonna use the ratchet. It's extremely hard to do this with one hand. I'm trying to help you guys. Alright, pretty much you just do that until it comes out. I'm not gonna record it. I'm gonna just use both hands so it moves a little bit faster. So I got it loosened up. As you can see, it's dripping. Just like that. So this is pretty much what came out. As you can see, there's the old filter. I'm gonna put the new one in there. Alright, as you can see here, we have the new filter. We also have this little drain tool right here. I was supposed to screw it in here to drain the oil out, but I don't need it. If you need it, you could use it, but I didn't need it. I'll be using a STP 9972 oil filter. Alright, so my camera died, so I'm gonna continue on my phone while it charges a little bit. But anyways, like I was saying, to get the old filter out, you just pull on it like that. Put that to the side. I usually wipe the housing off, clean off all the dirty oil. Next thing you want to do is take off this O-ring like that. You can use a flathead. I use the key, and then you want to put the new one on there in the same slot. Actually, I'm gonna wipe this down too. Cleaned out the groove a little bit, and then put the new O-ring on there. Prevents it from leaking. And then you want to put the new filter inside of it. Just like that, until it snaps. Next thing you want to do, there's an O-ring right here. Right here. Right here. You need to remove it. Just like that. And then the new one. I'm gonna clean this one too. Just like this. And then we're gonna put the new O-ring inside of the hole. Snap it in there like that. See? Now, I'm about to add a little bit of oil on the O-ring. Like that. And then I'm gonna put a little bit inside of the filter housing. And on the filter. Like that, nothing too crazy. Now, we're gonna put this back on the car. And so we're gonna put it back the same way we took it off. It goes right here. You're gonna turn it clockwise till it's snug. Let me use my two hands, hold on. You wanna make sure it's tightened to 25 foot-pounds of torque or 34 newtons. Now that everything is good at the bottom, we're gonna go ahead and jack the car up a little bit. That way, we can easily remove the jack stands. Now we're gonna let it down nice and easy. Now that we have the car all the way down, you wanna remove the jack. The oil that we'll be using today is 0W20 Mobil 1. We're gonna be adding 4.6 quarts. You will need about 5 bottles, or you could get the 5-quart jug. So pretty much, guys, this is the final step. Make sure you use a clean funnel. Now you do want to check the dipstick to make sure you're not putting too much oil in there or not enough. But anyways, I'm not gonna bore you guys. I'm just gonna add oil Like I said, it's about 4.6 quarts. So I'm gonna just add oil, put the cap back on, and that's pretty much it. So if you like the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.